Hi, it's Dr. Craig here, and I hope everyone's well and enjoying whatever your life and direction it's taking at the moment. It's obviously a very different time, and everyone's speaking about that. And I think it's a real time. I said it last week, and do not lose focus from the fact that we've got the time to reflect, to refocus, and then reset ourselves for whatever the new normal is. However, I think that we don't know when that's going to be, and every day is a different day. So I think what you need to do is probably drill that down into each day. So if you reflect on your day, you refocus and reset and really get those goals that you want to achieve on each day. Now, we've spoken over the last few weeks about, or the last couple of weeks, about setting your mission and your vision and all that sort of stuff. So that's really important. I won't go over that again, but please, if you want to check that out or ask any questions, just do that. Today, what I want to focus on again is I'm going to go for that routine. And we're now Monday, and how is your routine going? That's the important question. How is your routine going? And do you have a routine? Because I know I'm finding in myself, if I do not have this really down pat, I'm going to struggle. And today was one of those days I got caught up in doing administration stuff rather than stuff I love, like creative stuff. Look, you've got to do that. But I just felt, what did I achieve today? Because if I look over to my whiteboard, I've got Friday's work on there, and I had nothing for Monday, so I didn't do a good job on Sunday about setting up my routine. So if you are in the same boat as me, please get stuck into that. Tuesday, what are you going to do? What time are you going to wake up? And that starts where we go to sleep. And the other thing is, if you're in the eastern states, daylight saving has changed, and so that might have played a little bit up with your sleep. It always does when there's a little bit of a change, even an hour, even though it's minor. But if you're not used to that sort of time zone change, even though it's minor, you might have struggled a little bit with sleep. So don't worry about that too much. Tonight should be much better. But it's imperative that you get this routine, and I'll say it over and over and over again, because what I see happening is that now we're sort of bunkered down and we're in this isolation state, and that's great. All right, that's where we've got to be. We've got really two things to concentrate on. Stay at home and make sure, if you do go out, that you're socially distant. Okay, that you keep your social distancing. That's two things. It's not that hard. You know, people in our history and people from other countries that live through wars and that, if we can't do that, and you want to go off to the beach and do other things and be around other people, and you can't abide by those two simple facts, then you've got to question where we're at in respect to thinking of others. Because it's not about you, it's not about me, all right? It's about our entire world, our country, our community. If we stay at home as much as possible, and we socially distance, we monitor that, this is going to get better. If we don't do that, then it's just going to prolong what we don't want. Okay? We're going to be doing this for a lot longer. So please think of others. And that gets me on to another point. Okay, routine is very important, because the novelty will start to wear off. I've seen that. I start to feel it in myself, and I see others. There's only so many times you can clean the house, mow the lawn. Oh, the idea that, okay, you're around the family, that's great, that you don't normally get this time. Oh, you're not traveling as much, great. All right, but if once that novelty has worn off, there's going to be a dip. Trust me on that. If it hasn't already happened, there's going to be a dip, and the realization that, oh, this isn't holidays. We don't know when this is going to end. This is now our new normal. So when you bunker into the new normal and you realize that's it, it's not going away, it's imperative you get this routine entrenched in your life. Because the novelty will go if it hasn't already gone. And then what will happen is if you do not have a routine and you haven't occupied yourself and you don't have structure in yourself, what's going to happen is there's going to be difficulties if you're living with other people. There's going to be heightened stress and anxiety, which leads to conflict, which is a cascading effect. And we've said it before, stress and anxiety is the enemy of the immune system. So we need to incorporate our exercise into our day. Okay, and we also need to incorporate space into our day. What does that mean? If you've got roommates, you've got a partner, you've got family, you as an individual need space. You need to find a place that you can go to do your reflecting, your refocusing, and your resetting. Don't think that this is all going to be get by if you don't have a routine and you do not have structure. So it's really important that you look at that, because this is, think long term. Okay, what can you do long term in regard to this? The other thing, which gets back to me saying about doing this for everyone else in the community, and it's just not about you, that you might be feeling cabin fever and caged up, so you've got to get out, you've got to do this, I think we've had enough of me first. Okay, we're in this together, okay, and for our community and our world, so that's really important. But if you want to think about this another step, what we do know from research is helping others, being there for others and helping, giving that hand and helping others and being there for them. Do you know what? That's one of the best antidepressants you can ever get. It's one of the best things you can ever do. So think about that. How can you help others? And who have you helped? You know, I always talk about writing 3 things you're grateful for each day, or 5 things, or however many you can come up with. But what I'll say to you is, why don't we start for this week saying, okay, what is 3 people that I actually helped in the last 24 hours? Can you do that? Because I think that's something we've lost too. And do you know how beautiful that quality is? The reliability to be there for others, to help others. It's a beautiful quality, and really what communities were built on. Give up the me first. It's we, not me. And think about that. So this week, routine. Okay, really drill down in your routine. I'm going to do it, okay? Because I know today wasn't as good as it should be because I didn't have my routine in place. And then also start to think in your journal each morning, 3 people that you actually helped, or 3 things that you did to help others. Now, we've talked about that. We've got technology. We can reach out to others through technology. And really, really reflect on that and think about that. Are you a helper? Because you will get the reward. You will really get the reward if you help others. It's one of the best things to feel, you know, to really give you some positive emotion. But you don't do it for that reason. You do it because it's the right thing. Okay, so routine. How many people did I help? We've got 2 things to do as far as the community goes. Stay at home. Okay? And if you have to go out to do your shopping, or you have to go out for these essential reasons, use social distancing. And look, how are you going with your journal? Remember the 100x journal if you need a journal, but like I always say, you can use a notebook. And where am I up to? I thought it would be 100 days of COVID-19, so that's what I'm working towards. If it's 200, I'll cope with that. But I have been really good, and I think I'm up to about day 8. Okay, the 6th to the 4th today. And you can see, you know, how I use my journal in different ways, always gratitude. What's the routine? No routine. See that? No routine. So there might be a problem there. Okay, so you can see why I might have messed up. but it happens to all of us. So that's what I want to share with you. A couple of things. Get your routine right. 3 people you helped in the last 24 hours. Let's try that each day in the week. Okay, writing that in our journal and maintaining those 2 things. And then, which are, stay at home and be socially distant. Otherwise, I hope everything's okay. Please send me questions. Send me the troubles that if you've got any troubles or you've got any issues. Always happy to help, whatever area it is in respect to human performance. And keep supporting Body Science as much as you can. What a great company. They've got so many good people and ambassadors putting out information for you to try and help you as much as you can. But what I'd say is Body Science has some wonderful products that can really help at this time, and I'll chat about them. I'll be back on Thursday night, the ones I use. I think I've spoken about them before, but go and support this great Australian company as much as you can, and I think that's really worthwhile. Good people trying to do the right thing, and keep tuning into these Facebook Lives and any of their productions, their podcasts, because they do a really good service. So, thanks guys. I hope you're all well and continue down the track, and remember, really, reflect, start to refocus and reset, and do this on a daily basis, and we'll go really well during this. Anyway, have a great day. See you.